Good afternoon, CUBE community, and welcome back to Munich, Germany. We're here coming to the close of day 2 of our live coverage at Celosphere. My name is Savannah Peterson, bringing you all the fun stories from the floor with Rob Strechay. Rob, I think this might be the most customer stories we've ever had at a show.
I believe you are correct. Definitely at any show I've ever done, this has been fantastic, and I think it helps other customers understand that the journey is possible and that process intelligence can help you get there.
And it's really refreshing to have it shown and not just told. Speaking
Agreed.
of great customer guests, Timo, welcome to the show.
Thanks for inviting.
It's great to have you. Tell us a little bit about your journey with Celonis, how long you've been working with them, why you even reached out in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, actually, so like we are customer number 3 from Celonis.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. That's cool.
So, so we started around about 2011, 2012, right? So like, but at that time I was not working for Bayer. So I started my journey around about 2019. At that time I was with Nokia, and I transitioned 2020 to Bayer. So, so long experience already with them. I know a lot of people from Celonis, and we had always like a quite powerful journey, right? So like we scaled from 300 to over 4,000 users in a couple of months, right? So we're now looking to all the intelligence part, what's coming up, right? So like great journey, and it was always like amazing to see how a company is growing and being a part as a customer of a journey, yeah? So, yeah.
I can imagine that feedback loop has been pretty incredible. I mean, being customer 3, you're basically a day 1 customer. Obviously, you joining in that process just a little bit later down the line, but so many different features that have rolled out, so many different tools. How important has it been for you to have a partner like Celonis as you've continued to evolve, and especially at the velocity that we're all operating at right now?
Yeah. So I think in general, it's very important, right? So like, if you really want to go with all the steps, that you have a quite close relationship. Not only like in sense that you always have the latest projects, that you're also looking for what is next and also helping to shape it and bringing it into the right space. Otherwise, it's like, you might be it's not fitting for your company, right? So like you might be facing a lot of challenges, and being proactive and being a partner of Celonis and they being partner of us was always very important, and we always was looking for, yeah, and we're still doing.
So, I mean, getting to that scale where there's 4,000 users is pretty massive. What are some of the challenges that you've been looking to address using this to improve transparency and efficiency?
So, like for sure, we trying inside of Bayer to really going to this real process mining thing, right? So like that you say, like, first I need to understand from data or from data-driven or from science-driven point of view, like where the problems are, that you're really addressing the root causes of this one, and then you want to really start your change journey. Yeah? So I think it's, if you're looking over all the other suppliers or other customers what we have, and we have a quite good community, right? So like we're always seeing that main topics to be successful is on one side the data, it's still always a topic, and then the next big topic is the change management. So like it's not only like a technical change or a technical improvement or the next new tool, it's also many times like you need to organize and build the new culture into the company, that you're able to addressing this amount of people and carry them with you and driving value of it, and this is...
I love that you just brought that up, because I think that's really important. I think sometimes us in the nerd world get very excited about tech and tooling, but it doesn't matter if nobody uses it or doesn't use it to its full potential. So how do you, as a team, keep up that culture of both collaboration and innovation and trust within the tooling of something like Celonis?
So trust, I mean, on one hand side, you need to build a solution what is really working, so you need to create a value out. And sometimes it's like, in sense, value of money, right? So like, it's very important for companies. But from user point of view, it's like you also want to improve the way of how they're handling things, yeah? So like the user journey, yeah? So like, and if you're able to show, actually you do better things, as stronger it gets, the bound, yeah? So very important key. And then like it's always us and Celonis to pushing it, because normally it starts as well with training. So like you need to start to train the people, right? So like you need to build the trust. So it's a complete journey of the people, actually. And this we only can do both together. And we have a little bit like the saying, technology sparks the change, but mindset and culture is doing the change.
Right.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I think that ties in really well with what I was thinking. We had heard that you have a really significant process mining centers of excellence. How do you look at that playing a role as you continue that culture and as you continue to bring that to the forefront?
So, actually, I strongly believe, and also like if you're now seeing the latest steps, what's happening with Celonis, that they now want to become more a platform, right? It's able to lift us to a totally different level in sense of how we're approaching the change. Yeah, so like it's not anymore like a change of process, it's like a transition of a business transformation. So you're really going to that point to say like, now we really can look to end, and we can get the power with all the support from AI technology, from orchestration point of view, to really make it and understanding complex things more easy. This is like big time helping us, so like it's also a change inside, again, like a change inside of the company, that we now have these capabilities there, and we as well, like how people are working together inside of a company is going to change, yeah? So like you're not sitting anymore like in your own process, so you're more connected with others, and that is big time change, yeah? So, but very positive.
So how, I love that that's positive, and it sounds like, you know, since you've been able to evolve and continue to leverage all of the benefits of Celonis over the years, it's pretty great. What are how have the processes that you're able to optimize matured or changed or evolved over those years? Are they getting more complex? Are you identifying new things? Is it more AI driven? Talk to me about that.
So it's an really interesting question, right? So like how your process is going to evolve, and traditionally you would say like in a continuous improvement cycle, you should come to a point where your process is working idle and everything is perfect, yeah? But actually, with all the changes and impacts what's going to happen, so like the world is getting more complex, yeah? So like, and this is like where we more and more see the need of it. So, and for sure, like we're going to permanently improving the processes. We get them more efficient. We get them more performant, right? And yes, we're starting to apply AI in all the kind of processes where like either users get it supported, they get augmented to do their stuff, or like where things automatically get resolved. Yeah, I think that's a great thing. But yes, you also need to control them. Yeah, so like you need to look to your agents. Are they still doing the right stuff? And you can as well use the process mining for this.
How do you look at it? Yeah, I mean, we heard you're being recognized as one of Celonis Champions this year. How do you look at that recognition and what you've done so far and where you want to go with Celonis?
I mean, first of all, it's an honor, right? So like, you know, to be in that champions team, and like 6 years ago, that was still like a small group, right? So like I know the most of them, and a long time. And they're more like, you know, just, you know, random contacts. You know, we really grow a friendship between the most. And this was an amazing story, right? So like, and also Lars Reinkemeyer, I don't know like if you know him, right? But he was building the whole thing up, and that was an amazing story. So big honor. And interesting is that it's so open community. So we exchanging so much, there's so much to learn. We're facing the same challenges in that. And it also like helping us to form our visions where we want to go, because you see different kind of angle. Every other company have a different focus.
Right.
So like, what is totally okay. And then if you're having this exchange, you're going to learn out of that. You see a different angle, and you can improve this thing. Yeah. So like, and for sure, where we want to go, big time in AI. Yeah. So.
I was curious about that, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. I was wondering if y'all got together and got to kind of swap war stories about what it's like figuring out what to optimize or little wins that you're having. Because I mean, obviously there's a culture of competition in any capitalistic economy. However, we've been talking about a lot on the show, the culture of collaboration in general right now feels different because no one could move at this velocity alone.
Yeah. I mean, you can't move alone, right? So like, and I mean, it's, first of all, it makes no sense to always compete on all the stuff, right? So like, I mean, yes, for sure, like there are other companies we might be in competition with, but it does not mean we can share our challenges. A big challenges again was discussed data or like the cultural change, and there you see the common part. Or if you're talking about certain kind of very important things for the industry, so like if you're looking into the life science or pharma industry, there's certain kind of regulation what we all need to have and take in place, and we have a common interest that they really get also like as a product implemented inside of Celonis. So and we can help each other in that other sense. Yeah.
Where do you think the most impact, or what measurable impact have you seen out of process intelligence and scaling it across, Bayer?
So I think it's a couple of them, right? So like, and there's always, you might be deciding, so like, is it like really like impact on the P&L? I mean, that is always an aisle you love to have, yeah? So like...
everyone can relate to that.
Like everyone, yeah? So like, like, oh, that is what you want to have, right? But it's also like important that you look above this, right? So like, because you want to transition to the, to the new way of company or culture or technology, because if you don't do that and you can't do a proper, nice transition to this one, you get left behind. Right. Yeah, so like, and that is very important to stay on top. Yeah, so, and I think especially we had a lot of discussions regarding AI, and like, what is the combination of PI and AI? So like how it's going together, and I still believe you need to understand where you can apply AI correctly. If you don't know like where to apply it, you might do it on the wrong thing, and it's not so successful than you believe, or it's not giving you the impact you need, right? And this combination is very, very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, just to follow up on that for a second, I think that I agree with you, and I think I've been saying it's a wave, and especially with agents, and understanding what pieces of processes can or can't be replaced by an agent or enhanced by an agent. Are you seeing that as part of the way that you're going forward with your AI strategy, is using the process intelligence to kind of help you understand this is where we can shorten this, take off toil from people, and have them be more efficient, and again, not replacing them, but enhancing what they do from that perspective?
Yeah, we're early in that phase, right? So, but yes, correctly, that's the point, right? So like the first one is you want to enhance and augment the people, that they have an easier life, and getting all the information they need to make might be a decision. You want to have them on the hand, yeah? So like you don't want to search. If you're starting to search, it's taking a long time to do that, yeah? So like, and the AI capability on one hand side like can provide us all the information we need, right? So, I mean, every one of us might be used ChatGPT or something like this one, and you see like how we're starting to collect information different, how we're using this kind of AI power to prepare everything, that we can start quicker to learn about it, quicker understand, make a quicker decision. And the second part is also can help us in the background to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, so like classifying things. Yeah, so that is already clear what we can do, automating things. Yeah, and important, I think it will also help us to reshape things. So like what we not thought of it could be do. Yeah, so like that we see processes different, that we see operations different, that we see like how we can run a company different.
It's a whole different set of glasses we get to slip on, essentially. Follow-up question there, just because you've had, in the words of Celonis, you are quite the epicenter of process excellence. I'll give you their compliment. What would be your advice to companies that are trying to figure out where to start or what to optimize first? How do you make that digestible?
So, you always have the discussion, and like also like with Celonis, we're trying to help as well companies that's starting in their journey. I think they are very important starting point is, I see many times they selecting just one use case and starting to do the journey. But sometimes it's like you do the wrong selection. So because you're starting too small in the sense of finding your idea, what I want to do. And always a good approach is like go a bit broader, right? So like looking a little bit for a couple of use cases. And then you need to quantify them, what is the right one you really want to go. Because if you're setting on the wrong horse, right? So like you're going to end up and say like, now I don't find value, what is very important for starting. And you choose the wrong one, yeah. So and then you need to restart, and it's taking you again time to do this. So especially at the beginning, it's very important to understand what is the right case. I believe cases where money is going to flow in the company and going out are normally like very good cases, starting to be good, and there's like a good track that you can get money out of this one. And then if you're going as a next step, if you have your first success, it's very important that you're not running from use case to use case, that you're starting strategically to expanding your process area, your data area, so that you're building up the future. And that is like what you always then step by step extending.
Absolutely, I think that's great advice. Final question for you. When we're hanging out at Celosphere 2026, what do you hope to be able to say then that you can't yet say today?
So, dreams or
yes.
so reality, yeah? So, like might be from dreaming point, would be having more than 10,000 users, yeah? So we have heavily implemented AI, right? So we're doing orchestration. We could be, or might be on the main stage, yeah? That would be ideal.
There we go,
yeah?
baby,
So,
let's make it happen.
Well, you have competition with some of the other customers,
for sure, yeah.
so that's,
sure, yeah.
that's
I think
for sure.
Everyone want to do, right? So but you ask for the dream.
Yes, absolutely, love it.
We are
love
dreamers here, and we love hearing it. Timo, thank you so much for being here with us today. And
Thanks.
thank you,
Thank you,
Rob,
Timo.
for a wonderful day so far. And thank
you.
all of you for tuning in to our continuous live coverage here from Celosphere in Munich, Germany. My name is Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.